Hello everyone, my name is Jamila and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to be doing a series of the sun in all the houses, so ranging from the first house into the 12th house. So feel free to look at my other videos, at my other contents in regards to synastry and just natal positions in astrology. But first and foremost, I want to start off by talking about an introduction to the sun and synastry. So in astrology, the sun shines its light on the house it occupies. But we must be mindful that whilst the sun can energize and enlighten, it also has the power to cause harm. So for example, just like how plants can thrive under direct sunlight, not all will flourish, some will wither and die, So for an example, a cactus plant will thrive in direct sunlight, whilst a spider plant will not do well in direct sunlight. It will literally shrivel up. So my point here is to take into consideration that there are both positives and negatives when it comes to, the sun and where it's positioned in a house in synastry. So like with most things, there's an opposite and then there's also a balance that needs to be harnessed when it comes to the sun's energy and its effectiveness. All right. So each house in astrology represents a different facet, of life. And of life. And the sun's impact can widely it can impact us depending on its placement, and what house it is positioned in regards to synastry. But most importantly, as I'm sure you may, or maybe you aren't, or you are aware, that when it comes to looking at an individual's synastry, first and foremost, we have to look at the individual's chart to gain a deeper, in-depth understanding of how this will play out, because everyone's situation will play out differently, even if there are similarities in regards to synastry, because no one's chart is the same. Even for twins and triplets, it's going to be different. Okay, seconds, minutes, it all makes a difference. Okay, so anyway, so to give you an example, for instance, now say the sun is in the first house in synastry. This can illuminate one's identity and self-expression, fostering confidence and personal growth. However, it can also lead to an overemphasis on the ego, because the sun is the self, the sun is ego. So this can have an emphasis on, again, the ego and someone's self-importance, So, with that example, with it being in the first house, it can be a case of the sun being self-absorbed, being selfish, Whilst on the other spectrum of it, it can be someone boosting someone's ego, because we all have an ego, but some of us, we have an ego that sometimes it is non-existent, and we all need to have a certain level of a healthy ego. But anyway, now in the 7th house, the sun can bring warmth and vitality to partnerships and relationships, because this is the 7th house. It's ruled by Libra, Venus. So with this dynamic in the 7th house, it encourages mutual understanding and cooperation, meeting in the middle, because that's balance, that's the 7th house. But yet it may also introduce power struggles or an imbalance of attention between two partners. Okay, sorry, between partners, shouldn't say two partners. Anyway, likewise in the 10th house, the sun can energize one's career. It boosts. Okay, but like I said, it can also be an indication of finish off first. Like I said, it can boost one's career, the public image, the driving ambition and success. But on the other hand of it, it can also lead to workaholic tendencies, a relentless pursuit of status at the expense of one's personal well-being, of the other, because this is synastry, so it's the interaction of the other. And then, so my point here is that by being aware of these dynamics, it can help us to navigate the interplay of energies in the astrological charts. So, just like with all things, it's just understanding the dual nature of the sun's influence, and it allows, us to maximize its benefits, but also mitigating the potential drawbacks. So looking at the pros and the cons, the negatives and positives, or, because there's always a shadow side to each house and where one planet is, but we're talking about the sun. So we're embracing both the light and the shadow aspects of the sun placements. So it can lead potentially to a more holistic and fulfilling experience. So with you understanding this introductory to how it can play out, so you understand that with all the 12 houses from the 1st to the 12th, there are positive and there are negative. So things won't always play out in the most beautiful or in the most amazing dynamic. It all depends on what's going on with your chart and how you and another individual's charts interact. But without further ado, let me jump in to the sun and the position of the house I'm talking to for this audio. Okay, I'm on the roll today. I'm trying to do as much as I can. It is literally 11:26 p.m. London, UK time. But you know what? I want to get this content out for you guys. I really do. And I've been so busy. But anyway, let me stop talking. So, the sun in the 6th house, synastry. Let's get to it. So, when the sun falls into somebody else's 6th house, this can indicate, I love that word, indicate, a relationship where daily routines and work habits play a significant role, because this is the Virgo house. This is the Mercury house. Virgo is a person that is of service. These are the individuals where their love language is of service. They want to show you how they feel through doing acts of service, So, yeah. So this is a relationship where daily routines and work habits play a significant role. So this is the kind of person that will pick you up and take you to your doctor's appointment just to show you that they care. They want to be there for you. But anyway, so when one person's sun falls in the 6th house of another natal's chart, it can suggest a dynamic where the sun person brings vitality, energy, and a sense of purpose to the house person's daily life and routine. So these people, often than not, you will find them together quite often, because this is the 6th house and this is every day. If not around each other, they probably will be communicating with each other. Like deep communication, Mercury, okay? They'll be interacting with one another. And because I have this actually with my mom. But anyway, so this placement as well often fosters a strong sense of service and support between the individuals. So it's a very good support network between the two. They're there for them. They're like, how can I help? What do you want me to do? Do you need help with this? Do you want me to watch your children? Do you want me, although that's kind of the 4th house, but still it's the 6th house too, because it's support, it's being there, with the sun potentially, acting as a motivating force, encouraging the house person to achieve their goals and maintain a healthy lifestyle, because this is Virgo, the virgin, because often than not, Virgos are very sensitive when it comes to their health in general. They often have issues sometimes with their health. I know this because I've learned it, but also I see it in reality as well. My aunt is a Virgo. My mum is a Virgo rising and my brother is a Virgo rising, and they have issues with their health sometimes because they're sensitive, because it's the virgin, the purity of one person, where it's just like they're so pure, where not literally, but it's the virgin in it, if you get what I mean. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, but yeah, very sensitive when it comes to health. you know. But yeah, so in a romantic relationship, this synastry aspect can indicate a partnership where both individuals are investing in each other's well-being and personal growth. So they can learn a lot from each other, you know, sharing important detail and information, you know. So this could be like journals, research conducted where they want to enlighten each other on things like that, you know. So for example, the some person could come across an article talking about how to, you know, better to eat clean, you know, to eat less processed food. And some person could share that with the house person and be like, look, you know, look at this. This is interesting, right? Because it's Mercury, you're learning from one another. So they may find joy in collaborating on projects, sharing responsibilities, and helping each other navigate the practical aspects of life. So, you know, this could be shopping, cleaning, tidying, just everyday things, really. There could be pets involved because this is the 6th house as well. But this placement can also highlight the importance of health and wellness within the relationship. And it prompts both partners to adapt healthier habits and routines. So pushing each other to do better, pushing each other to be healthy and balanced. And in a professional context, with the sun in the 6th house synastry, it may suggest like a mentor-mentee dynamic, you know, so one person being a guidant. No, wait, that didn't sound right. Acting as like a guide, you know, pushing one to do better again, you know, or it could be like a productive working relationship where one person, inspires and energizes the other. So the sun person may provide guidance, like I mentioned earlier, and direction, helping the house person to excel in their work and manage their daily tasks more efficiently, making everyday life, you know, smooth. But, you know, this interaction does emphasize on the importance of cooperation, you know, mutual respect, compromise, and a shared commitment to improve each other's life, you know. It's a partnership built on a practical scale, you know, shared efforts and a common desire to balance, you know, everyday daily existence, you know. So, and with this interaction, it just serves as a reminder that it's just small things, because Virgos pay attention to detail. So this will be a very detail-orientated interaction. And these small everyday actions and gestures are building blocks of a meaning and meaningful, I shouldn't have said meaning, it was meaningful relationship. You know, patience and the willingness to engage in the mundane yet necessary tasks of life, you know, because sometimes you don't want to do the everyday things because some people find it boring. Me, I find it very cool and fun, you know, to be busy all the time, but some people don't want to, you know, change their bed sheets every day on Sunday. Like, oh, I don't want to do it. But when you have someone like this coming into your 6th house, you know, the sun coming into your 6th house, you will be like, you'll find joy in doing it, you know. But this interaction, you know, it sparks a shared interest in self-improvement and personal development. It's just being a better person and learning through new experiences and encouraging positivity, you know. It's just creating a harmonious and organized environment, to declutter, you know, your space, to establish efficient routines. You could go to the gym with this person. This could be like a personal trainer and client interaction, you know, it could be. But you could go to the gym with this person, work out, go to yoga, very much so. But yeah, this kind of interaction, this foundation, it provides like a sense of stability and security, and it allows both people to thrive and flourish. But I will say though that one or both may find it overwhelming, but usually it'll be one person. So the son might be a bit overbearing, always telling the house person, like, have you done this? Make sure you do this. It can be quite mothery in that way, where one person might feel a bit like smothered, I guess, in a way where it's like, yes, I've done that. Yes, I've done this. Yes, I've cleaned the worktops. Yes, I've thrown out the trash. What else do you want from me? So it just depends. It all depends, because I have this interaction with my mom, and she's just being a mom because she cares, but it was very intense of her being a Virgo rising, and then this overlay where she's like, make sure you take care of yourself, Jamila. Make sure you're doing this. Or did you know about this? Do you know that? But it's good. This is a very good, this is one of the best interactions to have with someone. It might be a bit boring at times, but boring can be very beneficial. You don't have to constantly be stimulated all the time. It's not good to be stimulated all the time. And some of us sometimes get so used to stimulation that we get overwhelmed with silence, But ultimately, this synastry aspect underscores the value of collaboration and the power of working together, being a team player and working towards a common goal, even if that common goal is just to go out shopping together. I'll scan the food on the self-checkout and you can bag them. Yeah, but by supporting each other, each other's inspirations or aspirations, and respecting each other's unique contributions, each person, you have an opportunity here to build a strong, resilient relationship that stands the test of time. But, it's the same with, friends, family, your mom, your dad, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your granddad, whoever it is, that's someone of importance to you. This person could just be, this is the kind of person that will take your car to get its MOT updated, or get your wheels changed if it needs a change, just upgrading and updating your life and being there through acts of service. But yeah, my throat is beginning to get sore. I've got so much going on, guys. So much. Anyway, all the best. Take care. And I'll speak to you guys soon. I'm trying to finish this series with the sun in all the houses. I'm hoping to do it by the end of this week. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye.